Welcome to the last topic in social finance. In this module, we're going to study the major challenge facing social finance today. We are talking about social finance metrics, specifically the measurement of the impact of social finance decisions. As in any other area of investment, the impact of social initiatives should be measured. Social investors need to be able to distinguish between well-conceived projects and those based on wishful thinking. Likewise, investees need ways to reassure potential investors that they are achieving what they say they would, that they are measuring and managing their own social performance. Thus, both parties need to have a reasonable degree of confidence in claims about prospective or continuing social outcomes and impact. The key question here is, can we measure social impact in quite quantitative terms? If so, can we apply those measures or performance indicators to all kinds of social projects? To answer those questions, let me first define social impact. Alec Nichols, Jeremy Nichols, and Rob Patton, in their book Social Finance, define social impact as significant changes in the well-being of key populations, whether intended or unintended, brought about by the allocation of social investment capital. Now that we know the definition of social impact, we need to explore answers to the why, what, when, and how to measure social impact. Among others, there are two main reasons for measuring the social impact of an investment. First of all, there is the issue of external accountability to investors. Investees who claim to create social value and that attract additional support as a result have a duty to evidence their claims to current and potential investors. Second of all, investees should consider internal strategic planning and decision-making to maximize the value created by an investment. In this case, creating effective social impact metrics and sharing the resultant data can help create wider best practices and offer benchmarks to other social investments. What to measure to capture social impact? The question of what to measure to get a picture of the social impact of an investment is complex. First is focus. Is the focus solely on direct impacts or all impacts, including externalities or accidental effects? Next is the unit of analysis. Is the social impact best captured at the individual, family, community, or societal levels? Finally, determining the what in a social impact measurement process will likely also involve a consideration of the management context of collecting such performance data. This relates to the question of accountability. That is, what information should be managed, the one on positive outcomes, the one on negative outcomes, or both? Here is where the concept of materiality comes into play. Which outcomes are material enough to be included, and which are not and can be excluded? When to measure social impact? Early interventions may often have a greater social impact than several interventions over time. The principle here is of social net present value calculation that values investment in social impact today as being of significantly greater social value than investment deferred to future years. How to measure social impact? As of today, the truth is that the answer to this question is on the making. Existing metrics have their limitations and flaws. However, they represent a good start and should not be discarded. Two of the common metrics of social impact for social finance capital allocation are the Impact Reporting and Investment Standards, called IRIS, and the Social Return on Investment Index, called SROI. The index can be divided into forecast and evaluative SROI. IRIS, designed and managed by the Global Impact Investment Network, is the basis of standardized performance metrics, with which impact investors can measure the social, environmental, and financial impacts of their investment. It was deliberately developed to grow the credibility of the impact investment sector by combining social impact metrics with those used in financial performance measurement. IRIS measures are not a third-party certification, nor do they provide performance ratings. Instead, IRIS metrics are designed to provide a standardized foundation for the other impact measurement approaches. SROI, on the other hand, is similar to ROI, or return on investment, but shows the double bottom line, the financial and the social impacts of an investment. The SROI network, in its Guide to Social Return, defines ROI as a framework for measuring and accounting for this much broader concept of value. It seeks to reduce inequality and environmental degradation and improve well-being by incorporating social, environmental, and economic costs and benefits. SROI measures the value of the benefits relative to the cost of achieving those benefits. It is a ratio of the net present value of benefits to the net present value of the investment. For example, a ratio of 3:1 indicates that an investment of $1 delivers $3 in social value. Any figure over 1 is considered a good SROI index. There are 3 steps to calculate SROI. Number 1, project into the future all the flows generated by the investment. Calculate the net present value. And third, calculate the ratio. Thank you very much for your attention.